Hello, everyone! It is time to continue my lady's retinue's journey through the Hoenn region. Last time, we safely got through the museum boss with 0 deaths. Today, I will be fighting at least Camper Gavi and a couple of trainers in the Dewford Gym. I have not done any planning yet. That will happen on the stream. So first things first, let's go look at Camper Gavi and what we actually need here. We need an answer to B-Barrel, we need an answer to everything on the team, basically we need an answer to. Okay, so this one is like bulldoze, bulldoze, rock throw, rock throw. Yeah, Kufant will work great on Dust Ducks. It has a spare moveset in Rock Smash or Growl that I can get rid of if need be. Grass and Poison with a Sleep move. Saravia is not fine. Okay. I do not want to Dynamax. Horsey will become a Seadra, which makes it perfect for dealing with this, since Seadra is not a Dragon type yet. Dewfant is my Dust Ducks answer. Electros is probably just dealt with the Grottle. Even the level 21 Grottle could probably deal with it fine. I wonder if the best I can do is just switch it in and absorb. Like, is it worth it to be burned? To avoid the toxic stuff? Maybe. Like, the max damage per turn at that point is 7 versus... It's a 3... 7 would get through a turn? Which would technically kill eventually, but not very quickly. I don't really have a better answer than Grottle here. I think just Chapachiberry is probably better in terms of overall safety, because it lets me Razor Leaf, which kills faster. Okay, that's I still need these two. Tyrogue can evolve here, which would be great into B-Barrel. But then I'd have to pick an evolution, which would be a bit sad. Howdud is... Hello! And Vigener, welcome to the chat. Welcome to my run and gun overthinking corner. Although, is it really overthinking if the game will kill me if I don't overthink? I think this Litleo at level 21 is a fine match for Sunflora. The thing about evolving Tyrogue, I don't want to do it if I don't have to, because the longer I wait to evolve Tyrogue, the longer I wait to decide if it becomes Hitmonlee or Hitmontop. It will not become a Hitmonchan. I should check which abilities it will have. One moment. It has Guts right now, so as a Hitmonlee it will have Limber, And as a Hitman top, it will have Intimidate. Okay. Intimidate's mostly better, I think. But I do think I'm also, like, at least a little bit just forced. Oh, wait. Wait, no. The electric type comes after this fight. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Actually, could this Seadro win that? I think it could. Let's see. I would hold an Oranberry. It would use Super Pain, putting me at 30. It could use either this or Headbutt, doesn't matter which. I would be... HP turn 1 equals 30. HP turn 2 equals min... Actually, I want to make sure... I should assume started at 58 HP is probably better. HP turn 1 will be 39. HP turn 2 will be 20. That won't be guaranteed, unfortunately. And this thing has Hidden Power Dragon, which is not what I want. Wait, actually... Is it what I want? Hold on. No, Hidden Power Dragon is actually perfect. Because that means I kill in 3 turns instead of 2. Which means it will always use Aqua Jet on the 3rd turn, which will never kill. Perfect, okay. And at that point I can use level 21 Palpitoad to deal with the Ponyta. Which is completely clean. Cool. Actually, is it completely clean? 90? So triple crit this would kill. I switch in, I use Mudshot. I use Mudshot at attacks, but it will never triple it. No, it will triple attack me, guaranteed. Okay. But it's always attacking the Seadra. So what I can do there is switch in... Okay, Play Rough does the most damage to most lanes, huh? This will be a Vespiquen. I can probably use the Vespiquen as my pivot. Yeah, Vespiquen makes a great pivot there. Okay, cool. There we go. There's my Gabi plan. Corphish out. Horsey in. Remoraid out. Litleo in. Lead is Horsey. Everyone is at full health. I take everyone's items. I level everyone to 21. Twister doesn't matter at all because of what's it called? Seadra! Constable, serve Artemis well. Another evolution. Zombie! Evolve into a beautiful queen. And learn real moves. Beautiful. Real moves. Stomp us on sheer force, so it's good to use. It's probably better than specifically Growl. The Rock Smash is similar. This deals the most damage out of any attack because this thing has sheer force. Though I don't really expect to use this mon to attack anytime soon. I think I think Rock Smash is most likely to be useful on Lopunny. Which is the only time this mon has any chance of coming out anytime soon. Palpitoad can finally learn a move that is real and not fake. Bubble was fake. Butcheress learns Echoed Voice, which is better than Leer on a special attacker. Actually, is it better than Leer on a special attacker? No, Echoed Voice is not a good move. I can imagine it being a better move than Leer. More likely to scam a fight. Though I expect I will never click either one. I don't want Roar. Time for the traditional method of dealing 1 damage to a Pokemon. Alright, that's 1 damage. Now get over your poison. There we go, perfect. Oranberry for you. 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 Pechaberry for you. Let's go back a moment. Oh wait, no, I forgot my chest of berries. I forgot my chest of berries. That's not ideal at all. Hmm. Let's go take a double check look at that calc on Sunflora and see if Litleo can afford to be. Hmm. Poisoned Litleo could be an issue, but it doesn't really matter that it could be an issue because of. I think poisoned Litleo is the safest way. Yeah, that sounds correct to me. Okay. Which means I also need to go to the. I guess I should do this first. It's a shame I can't burn Litleo here, but. Well. Oh, right. I also need. Hidden Powered Dragon. Smokescreen might help me scam, and I'm not very interested in using Leer on my special attacker. I use my potion to heal this up. I want it poisoned, but not actually damaged. It would be better if I just had a chest of area, I think, but oh well. Maybe it'll think of Grass Whistle and make it all moot. Yes, this should all be correct. Super Feign as expected. I use Hidden Power. It's guaranteed to use Super Feign again. Aqua Jet is guaranteed. Next up will be Ponyta, I think. Yeah, I believe next up is Ponyta using. Oh, never mind. Ponyta cannot kill, so it won't be Ponyta. If I had one less health, it would be Ponyta. Since I don't, it's Electric, guaranteed to use a killing move. Mega Drain! What a great move to use on a Growl, Electric. You deal so much damage. So impressive. Now let my butler show you exactly how much damage. Oh right, it can deal a lot of damage. Not real damage, but damage for sure. Citrus Berry procs. It's fine to go really low because its attacks don't deal real damage. But I also do just kill. Ponyta comes up next using always Flame Wheel, I believe. No, it's Ponyta using either Flame Wheel or Play Rough at full random. Vespiquen can't switch in under these circumstances. Wait, Vespiquen actually can switch in under these circumstances. That's somewhat surprising. In that case, I suppose I do that. It uses Flame Wheel, which is fine because Vespiquen is very bulky. And now it uses Flame Wheel again while I go to Koi. Hopefully it doesn't burn. I don't think it matters if it does. Play rough, yep. Okay, yeah, this is going to be completely fine then. Most of the stuff I was worrying about came down to a lot of crits, and it hasn't crit yet, so it's fine. And I killed him too, which is nice. Now Sunflora comes out using a grass move. It's perfect. Oof, that's a lot of damage. Is this fine? Yeah, this should be fine. This is barely guaranteed to be fine. Oh wait, no, it's more than barely. It's not close, okay. Okay, this is now guaranteed to be completely fine. I just incinerate twice. Even on a crit, it deals 30, so I will be at 19. 12. Oh. That's still fine? That's still fine. No, this is not guaranteed fine anymore. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. It's guaranteed Sludge Bomb. I can't afford to switch in Huntress, I don't think. Okay, yeah, 106 too much damage. I have to just hope it doesn't crit me. Or hope that Litleo just kills it in one. Which it did. Good job, Litleo. And now it's Dustox using, I believe, Sludge Bomb. I don't know what the AI is for Infestation in this game, so that might be possible. It doesn't really matter what move it's using, since I switch into this either way. Oh, it is Infestation. Okay, that's fine. But what? Why did it do that? Oh, I guess none of its moves do anything according to it. Huh. That's really funny. I need to use how many bulldozers to be faster here? 2? 2. It is going to use Roost every turn until my infestation ends. then it might start using infestation again on the turns where I'm not infested. Oh, wait, that wasn't enough. Oops. I thought that would be enough. I don't know why that wasn't enough. Oh, Sheer Force does apply to Bulldoze. Oh. That's unfortunate for sure. Well, in that case, there's not much incentive to do anything except for just spamming Rock Throw. Roost has how much PP? Roost has 5 PP since it's not the first move slot. It might actually run out of Roosts. Oh, or that could happen. All part of the plan. Good job, Huntress. You've made Artemis proud once again. I suppose that's to be expected of Huntress, of all things. Almost certainly I'll end up catching the electric type next to Gavi before the gym, but there's no reason to do that ahead of time. Next up is Battle Girl Laura. That will be this Riolu, this Stuffle, and this Mankey. The main theme these months have going on is that they have Force Palm and Body Slam to randomly paralyze you. And because this is a gym battle, in this game, that means that you cannot... in this game, this being a gym battle means that you cannot pre-damage or pre-status the Pokemon, so the only way to get around that stuff with paralysis chance is to up like a Cherry Berry or something like that. I think this would be a good time to fix the levels of the mons I've actually leveled. This can get... Oh, no, not that one. Let's pretend this is level 21 for now. Okay, it will not learn any new moves, unless I Rare Candy it, which I will not Rare Candy it for this fight of all things. Oh. Nobody has a useful hidden power, right? Oh, Litlio's hidden power Flying. Does that actually help anything? Not really. Not even at level 21. Because this Litlio has 2 special attack IVs and a negative nature. It does not do my lady proud. So yeah. This fight is probably not that bad once I figure out the line, but I do have to figure out the line. Vespiquen gets the kills consistently, but it could get paralyzed, so it's hard. This Mankey is just the least threatening thing that has ever existed to a lot of my team. I'm just not worrying about it at all. It does have Defiant, which can be scary if I fuck up, but, I mean, I just don't fuck up. I think Seadra is almost certainly how I'm dealing with the Mankey, just by using HP Dragon into HP Dragon. Not using Bubble Beam, because Bubble Beam has a 10% chance of triggering Defiant, which could fuck me up if I get really unlucky. Like 10% into a crit on that turn. Yeah. Yeah, it would even have to be that turn, not the turn. Actually, it could be the turn before, but that would still take a lot of bad luck. Because it would take double max. No, wait, no. It couldn't be the turn before. It would be 10% speed roll into critical hit on the +2 Defiant turn. And even then, it would take some bad luck on the rolls. But we can just avoid that by using Hidden Powered Dragon like a reasonable person would. So Vespi can't switch in at all. So the best thing it can do is probably just Air Slash on turn 1. Since Air Slash has 100% accuracy in this game, that's safe with a Cherry Berry. That's fine. It can't safely do anything here. It probably can do something here, just not safely, because of the fact that this Stuffle is faster, unfortunately. It can try to Air Slash to avoid the bulk up. Can Groddle safely switch in? The problem is still the... Actually, this thing can safely switch in after Vespi. This thing with a Cherry Berry can safely switch in after Vespi. Use Bubble Beam or Clear Smog depending on what happens. But then the same thing again. Actually, it can't use Bulk Up on this thing. If it uses Body Slam into Para, I use Bubble Beam, it uses Body Slam into Para. Then I need to switch to something else. Which would be... Litleo with a Cherry Berry is perfectly fine for that aid. Which means I do need an alternative for this. Groddle will do fine. Okay. That fight is in order. Plan. Turn 1. Vespiquen uses Air Slash on Riolu, always kills. Turn 2. Vespiquen uses Air Slash on Stuffle, probably kills. Otherwise, switch to Seadra, use Bubble Beam, if not Bulk Up, Clear Smog if Bulk Up. If Seadra manages to get paralyzed, switch to Litleo to Incinerate. Seadra always gets off 1 Bubble Beam plus Incin equals always kill. Because of Clear Smog, it will never be at +1, so Litleo will never die to crit. Once Mankey is out, just switch in Growl. Perfect. Perfect plan. I'll bring Corphish, I guess, for fun. Actually, I should just bring random Intimidate Mons for fun. That's the best tradition. No, I don't want to level anything, and I don't need to level anything, so yeah. Missing a mon, actually. Which one? Vespi? Oh no, I'm not. These 3 are all part of the team for real. So Cherry Berry for everyone who matters. Okay, Red Growl does matter. But everyone who's coming out on the most of the fights for this. On the Riolu or the Stuffle, plus my Intimidate bots. Who really shouldn't come in unless something goes horribly wrong. But they do have Intimidate, so maybe it's fine. I wouldn't want to pre-status anything even if I could. So it's time to head to the Dewford Gym for the first battle. I don't need to be in this house. This gym is obnoxious. Light, my lady, I want light! I want to see what's in front of me! Alright, my plan is solid, this battle is easy. Oh, okay. Well, so all of that planning was just for the chance that Riolu double paralyzed me. And, well, Riolu paralyzed me, and then Stuff will also paralyze me. And I full paralyzed on turn 1. None of that happened. It was pretty unlikely anyway. So Plaything really shows her worth. Did she kill Minky safely too? Minky is Defiant, so that's safe in that sense. The most damage Minky can deal is 22. I always kill back. Yeah, sure, okay. It'll probably do like 15, 13, same thing. Now, I heal up. Not that it matters if I heal up, since the game will heal me for me. And start preparing for the next fight. Vespiquen is completely safe into Heracross, which is usually the problem in this fight. I think that means it will be completely fine in every way, without even really thinking very much. Seadra... Can Seadra safely 3-hit KO this? Yes. It will probably use knockoff if I hold an Oranberry, so I shouldn't do that. I should just be itemless. It will use Dual Wing Beat, I will use Bubble Beam, Bubble Beam, Bubble Beam. Okay, well. Some fights are harder than others to plan. This fight's been hard for me to plan before. It's just because of Vespiquen in that case. because even a -1 defense Vespiquen will not die to 5-hit crit pin missile, even after a Rock Smash crit, so it just doesn't matter. This is Guts or oh, it's Swarm. Okay, well, it's not going to get to Swarm because it's going to die in one hit. That's the idea here. Double check that Seadra is always safe. There is no Rock Smash AI, right? Let me double check. That would be an ignominious way to win the run. But no, it should be completely fine. This thing is Inner Focus, which is an ability that doesn't matter. Not Defiant. Oh, right. I forgot that that would happen. Oh, that doesn't matter. Would it have mattered? Let's check. Min damage Bubble Beam would have put it at 2235. Yeah, it could not have mattered. It was always going to use Quick Attack that turn. The scary thing would have been dual Wing Beat crit into dual Wing Beat crit into Quick Attack, which I wasn't prepared for. But it couldn't have done that. Wow, it even hit twice for me. Honestly, it's pretty scary that this Heracross is dealing 18 total damage with not very effective pin missiles that hit 2 times. But well, some hear tales of the evil +2. Although in this case it rounds to like +1 in the end because of not very effectiveness. Actually, maybe, yeah, no, because it's stab, it doesn't run to 0. Okay, yeah. This is the fight I really don't want to end up in a double battle, but I can do this fight first safely. Okay, good to check. This thing is not a... what's it called? This thing is not a fighting type. It is a bug flying. I know, crazy, right? I mean, why would I think that Ledian would be a fighting type? This thing has a flame orb, which it will trigger for using fake out. Grotto can safely do this one just fine. It deals max of 14. So 35, 70, 81 damage, but it won't be burned on turn 1. So it's max of 78 damage, but that's not a real risk in my opinion. Because I only need to avoid 4 of that damage, which happens even if one of these doesn't full damage hit. Or doesn't 5-hit. I guess double 5-hit is scary enough. It's actually pretty likely. And I don't have a better way through, though. I could probably just use a different mod. This doesn't work. Oh, duh. I use Staravia, then switch into Groddle, and it's fine because of the Intimidate part. That makes sense to me. Then I can switch into Staravia on the last turn? No, that won't work the way I want it to. I can't switch into Staravia on Mankey as much as I would love. Oh, wait. I switch into Vespiquen on Mankey. Then I use Bug Bite, which deals at max, like, 34 damage. And 10 health. Mankey still can't damage me. Vespiquen crushes this pretty handily. Then I use Air Slash on the Ledian. And from there, I switch to probably Q-Fan. No, I don't really want to switch to Q-Fan. Where do I want to switch, though? I don't want to switch back to Groddle, I don't think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to be... Oh, this thing can just freeze me, which I can't do anything about because I don't have S-Bear Berries or Lum Berries yet. It's just very sad. I don't think I have a way around it, like, at all. Damn, this Litleo can't even outspeed it. Despite its plus speed nature. Which just makes me sad, mostly. I should split these into mons that actually have their correct level and mons that don't. Staravia, I already changed the marker of, even though I didn't actually level it. Same, no, Palpitoad I actually use. Oh, and Seadra I also leveled. I think I might have to just hope it doesn't do the thing. This one I can intimidate, though. It is important to note. Yeah, I can safely switch Herdier. Then switch Staravia on the Drain Punch. Then switch Herdier again. Actually, can Corphish do this one? 21? With -1? Not that. Run. 5 hits. It's a bit too much. 30, 60, 68. That's a bit too much. Scary. But Corfish definitely can't do this one. I need Grottle on this one to be safe. Do I need Grottle on this one to be safe? I feel like I need Grottle on this one to be safe. But do I actually? Okay, it would be really funny if I leveled Tyrogue to 21, but I don't want to have to waste a rare candy on that. But the thing is that if I did do something like that, because Staravia does kill it after a burn tech. Or no, not after 8 burn tick, after 2 burn ticks. That's not really close enough. Is there something that baits not arm? No, everything baits arm thrust. Wait, is arm thrust even a problem? Yes, arm thrust is a problem because of bullet punch. Okay. So it's Staravia to Grottle. Oh, Grottle does bait Minky, right? No, it doesn't. It will never bait Minky. It's going to bait Ledian, which is actually completely fine. Mostly. I'd switch to this. This baits a Drain Punch. I switch to this. This baits one of those moves. I switch back to this. One of those moves. I may get to switch back to this. Yeah, okay. Then I just switch to... What is Palpitoad's hit power? Electric? Oh, that's actually possibly helpful. Palpitoad probably beats -3 this thing, without too much concern. And Corfish should be able to finish up if that somehow fucks up. I feel good enough about this. Litleo out. Seadra out. Staravia and Herdier, you get levels. Oh, and Corfish too. Oh, Area Fix. That probably deals more. Yeah, okay, that could help. It's better than Leer, I think. You get Takedown, which I think goes over Leer in this case. Though I don't know if you ever use Takedown. It's kinda hard, but I don't know what you use or don't use, really. And I am not going through enough fights to figure that out, really. Not willing. Staravia leads. Boardfish gets a cherry berry because it consistently baits Thunder Punch if it's the one that comes out. Herdier gets Oran since it's just there to take damage, and the statuses it can take aren't damaging. Vespiquen just gets an Oran because there's no point giving it anything else. Palpatine gets an Oran because I don't have Asper. Groddle gets an Oran because the Mankey doesn't deal any damaging statuses. Or no, the Makuhita doesn't deal any statuses. Everyone is level 21, my lead is correct, my party is correct, cool. Are you stumbling around in the dark? I'll hire Asha on your gym. I can't believe you would... put that on me. But your gym has such terrible infrastructure. Wait, I outspeed. That makes things easier. Since it means I'm only taking one arm thrust unexpectedly. It's still gonna be Ledian. Ledian still uses Ice Punch here. That still justifies a Herdier switch. Honestly, it's kind of funny that Ledian is just a generic, like, flying type in the mainline games. Come to think of it, like, it has Iron Fist. Intimidate is such a friendful ability. It's so good. My lady's so glad that her trainee and her falcon have that ability. It's very helpful. It's completely safe because of how the lack of crits means I can just get it to -5 for fun. In fact, it's more than for fun. It's just really good to do that. I guess Groddle doesn't do jack shit to this Ledian, huh? Imagine how funny it would be if the AI just switched here. It can't, which is why I'm doing it this way. But it would be really funny if it could. Falcon should be completely safe to get the... is something wrong? Oh, right, it's the Drain Punch they'll be using, right. I got concerned for a second there. Falcon is completely safe to take another Drain Punch, which is still even at... I should have double checked that -6 doesn't cause overlapping ranges. it might have caused overlapping ranges. It does not. Good. It doesn't on Herdy or I mean on Staravia either. Cool. Good to know. Things we're switching into here would prefer to. It's kind of funny to say this, but we're not actually out of the woods. Because it can always crit. Not on this thing, but it can Thunder Punch Cherry Berry trigger this thing. This thing only has one Cherry Berry. It's technically possible for it to Parahex this thing with it. Probably won't happen though. Wait, that's a lot of damage. Corfish? Oh! I was doing the Corfish math. Under-leveled Corfish, and it still looked good. Alright. And Vespiquen will work just fine as originally planned. It's going to use Power Up Punch, which does very little damage, because I'm a Bug Flying type. I use Bug Bite, because that will put it at the highest HP and it has Reversal. The highest HP is still a lot of damage. It's very... Actually, this one doesn't have minimized... Wait, no. It has minimized IVs in bulk. So it takes a lot of damage, because its whole thing is to kill you with Reversal after you fuck up. Especially if you somehow trigger Defiant, which would be bad. Going to the Pokemon Center out of habit. I think I'll do this last one and then call it a stream. And then there will be two more fights, and then the gym leader. Or probably next time. Though the gym leader may end up getting even further pushed back. This Meditite deals a lot of damage that I didn't realize was coming, huh? Oh wait, no, that's not because it deals a lot of damage, that's because it has Rock Throw, and this is a Vespiquen. Okay, never mind. This thing also has Rock Throw. Not very nice in my opinion. Fake Out Brick Break. Brick Break deals max 67. Oh, that actually could kill me through it? Wow. That's not bad. But I could absorb Razor Leaf, which should always be... Absorb with Razor Leaf isn't even always safe. That's really annoying. Oh, wait. What am I even talking about? I can do the Staravia switch on Fake Out, then we go. And it works fine. Okay. So this thing can kill that just fine. Can Vespiquen consistently switch in and kill Machoke? Switch in. It cannot trigger its own thing. Air Slash always kills him too, no matter how many leftover sparks it gets. So the most it can hit me with is 2+1 facades. That's the worst it can hit me with, which cannot kill. Okay, that's good. Answers to Machoke and Vespiquen. Perfect. Answers to Girder. The problem. Staravia can safely switch in once, surprisingly enough. Herdier cannot. Herdier fucking dies. Or at least it has a chance of fucking dying because of... Let's fix my exports again, it probably won't change much. How well can this thing deal with -1 girder? Not a very... But more than 0. Because it can tank 1, 2, 3 attacks safely. It dies on the 4th one. Which means it can deal 2 attacks safely? It switches it on 1. Yeah, it can deal 2 attacks safely. Or if it uses Mud Shot first. Wait, no, the girder can bulldoze, so that's not better. So it could use 2 attacks safely and then switch out again. Okay, that's fine. Yep. What about Palpitoad? Can Palpitoad do anything? Palpitoad can switch in and use Bubble Beam. Actually, it has Hidden Power Flying, right? That's what we did? No, it has Hidden Power Electric. That's not useful here. This thing outspeeds even at -1. So... Answers to Girder. -1 Girder loses to Switch to Corphish. Double Aerial Ace, switch to Seadra, Bubble Beam. So fight order, T1, Staravia, Intim with Staravia, switch to Groddle, Medi Fake Out, T2 +3, trade, Razor Leaf first, Brick Break. He'll Meditate. Min health at this point is like 7, 38, 45, 29. I think this will usually bring in Machoke. Before Machoke, switch to Vespiquen. Machoke Rideable or Bulk Up. T5 plus T6, trade Facade, Vertex Air Slash, kill Machoke. T7. On this turn, it's always Girder coming out using Rock Throw. So I would switch Herdier. Switch Herdier if Rock Throw gets T8, switch Staravia on Fighting move. T9, switch Corphish. T10 +11. Trade Low Sweep for Aerial Ace. T12, switch Seadra, Inks, Low Sweep and lives plus still outspeeds. T13, Seadra kills with Bubble Beam. Okay, perfect. Good plan. I need Seadra. I don't need Palpito. Do I need everyone? Seadra's here for... Yeah, I do need a false team, huh? Alright. That's fine. The only item that actually matters is Corfish needs an Oranberry, but there are no damaging statuses involved at all, so I'll just give everyone Oranberries. Double check that I'm correct about no damaging statuses. I definitely am. Okay. Cool. Double check that everyone is actually level 21. Everyone is actually level 21. Cool. Put my Pokemon in the most aesthetically pleasing order based on the plan. This step obviously doesn't matter, however. I mean, it is the most aesthetically pleasing order. I'm calling it that for a reason. I guess that specifically this is the order. We go this way to avoid accidentally triggering this guy as a double battle. Which we really, really don't want to do. These fights, difficulty is designed around them being single battles. And double battles would just be miserable in a way that would lose me Pokemon for sure. Since I don't really have any doubles helpful tools yet. And even with doubles helpful tools, I think they're just generally harder. Though less so in this game. But I don't have double helpful tools, so they're definitely harder for now. Since it's just 2 Pokemon I need to keep in good matchups at a time against 2 threats. Which is just way worse than this current state. Thank you, Grottle, that did not matter. Thank you, Meditite, that doesn't do anything except add 1 turn to the plan. Yep, a choke. I believe it's close to even odds whether it uses bulk up or not here. Okay, they treat it as offensive setup, so... Okay, it's 40-60. It doesn't matter because it is impossible for it to kill me even if it had, like, illegally annoying AMA. It should be 40% to bulk up, 60% to use this. This move is technically better for me. Now it uses bulk up. It's fine. +1 facade crit doesn't kill. Double +1 facade crit doesn't kill for that matter. Leftovers trigger, those don't matter either. Rock Throw always comes out here, so I switch in earlier. This should always be a fighting move. I think it can also be Bulldoze, because the AI there is a little weird. Obviously that would be great if that happened. It doesn't matter that much though. No matter what happens, I can only safely switch in Staravia once. Actually, that's not true. If it had Bulldozed, then I could have safely switched it in twice. At -2, it will always click on... It is completely random, actually, between these two moves, which means I should always bring Corphish next. Actually, it's more likely to be... No, I'm slower because of the -1. So it's completely even odds there. Actually, slightly ahead on low sweep because it has a better max roll for some reason. Oh, it just deals more damage all around. It's just technically the rolls are the same. Okay. At any rate, -2 Girder versus Corphish is nice. It deals a max damage of 15, so as long as I don't have 15, I can just stay in and spam Aerial Ace. Which should give me 1, 2 Aerial Aces. Oh no. Yeah, 2 Aerial Aces left, not including this turn. Likely ban evader restricted. Goodbye. Forever. Don't come back. Go with the original plan now, and just switch in this Seadra. It probably takes a low sweep, that doesn't matter. Yep. Oh. Okay, I forgot it had that. That could have been a real issue. If it had crit on the low sweep, and then crit on the Mac Punch, that would have been a real issue. It didn't happen. I think in that case I would have needed to switch to Vespi into Herdier. I think that's what I should have done. I should have switched from Herdier to Vespi, back to Herdier, since I couldn't safely switch into Staravia anymore, to get an extra Intimidate proc, to get it even lower for Corphish, and then maybe Corphish could have just killed. The worst case scenario was just losing Seadra, though, which would have been pretty bad. I think I probably will want Seadra for the upcoming gym battle. Of course, I am just casually saying, like, oh yeah, it was possible that something bad happened if a double crit occurred. Unfortunately, that is something I do have to consider here. And yeah, I think that's a good amount for today's stream. I hope you enjoy, anyone who's watching now or later. Next time, again for Artemis, everyone. Let's just save here. Alright, game is saved. About to close the stream. Goodbye!